There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Nah, itu benar. Yang pas dia yang pas kita pertama kali ketemu namatame yang di Heaven, di tempat Dungeon Nanako, dia bilang katanya ke Yukiko, Luise, Kanji sama Naoto, itu kamulah yang gua selamatkan kan. Nah, itu juga yang mengganggu sebenarnya.
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
Nah, itu.
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
Itu logikanya gitu.
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only...
Halo semua, nama saya masuk ke channel Mr. 25 dan kali ini gue bakalan kembali lagi di game Persona 4 Golden lagi teman. Oke. Mungkin di waktu gue upload game ini mungkin Persona 3 Reload udah rilis kali ya. Tapi ya nggak apa-apa. Nanti gue akan tamatin game ini dulu baru gue main Persona 3 Reload ya teman. Oke. Di video sebelumnya kita sudah mengalami plot yang benar-benar bagus banget, dimana kita hampir membunuh namatame di situ, dan ya di sini kita bakalan mencari jawabannya dari mulut namatame langsung teman-teman. Jadi yuk kita langsung aja mulai. Tapi sebelum gue mulai, seperti biasa kalian jangan lupa like dulu video ini, jangan lupa subscribe saya, dan jangan lupa share teman kalian pasti ada video baru untuk kalian. Oke, yuk kita lanjut. Apakah Nanako kan gak apa-apa? Lalu ada sesuatu yang terjadi di tempatnya namatame. Salju bakalan turun, tapi kabut gak akan menghilang. Apa yang akan terjadi mulai ke depan ini? Kamu merasa capek banget, kamu harus buru-buru dan istirahat untuk hari ini. Yuk. Dan di-summon di Velvet Room. Ini kan?
Welcome.
Oke.
It's been quite some time.
Indeed. Gue bakal rindu sih sama suara Igor yang ini sih. Katanya kalau nggak salah oh itu yang Jepang deh, sorry. Yang Jepang kan katanya pengisi suara Igor kan meninggal teman-teman. Udah meninggal. Jadi yang kalian dengar yang di Persona 5 itu cuman rekaman doang teman-teman. Begitu.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world.
Oke.
I have summoned you within your dreams.
Oh, I see.
Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
I can solve it.
Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge.
I see.
If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach.
Okay.
Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
Nah, ini teman-teman. Ini bakal beberapa yang kedengaran doang karena baru beberapa juga yang gue selesain social link-nya. Jadi nggak semua di sini.
Really getting it is totally different. I mean, really finding yourself.
Nah, karena gue udah menuin Ko yang muncul di sini. Si nenek juga. Ini kata-kata yang udah pernah diucapkan sama mereka dulu, teman-teman.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life. The answers to those things lie within you.
Yep.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
Nah, tuh baru 4 doang tuh yang di luar tuh gue selesai tuh. Nah ini kalau ini tetap ada, kalau yang ini nggak perlu di max udah ada, karena kenapa? Naoto gue belum max teman-teman.
Alright, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
Betul.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
Nah.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right, together.
Dan pertanyaan gue, Teddie mana?
Comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
Oke. Oh, berhenti. Mobilnya setelah berhenti katanya.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
Oke.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life.
I see.
Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently.
Gue setuju sama Margaret. Orang-orang itu kayak air yang mengalir di sungai. Jadi hanya ada satu arus, tapi semua yang melewatinya itu selalu terkena efek yang berbeda-beda, itu benar.
Some travel fast. Some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Betul. Ada yang melaju cepat, ada juga yang ganti jalur. Mempunyai pengalaman seperti itu, mereka akan mempunyai pengalaman seperti itu ketika mereka travel ke arah sungai itu berada.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart.
Really?
Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
Oke. Hah? Ada bel? Kamu bisa mendengar sesuatu dari kejauhan. Kok ada bel? Siapa yang ngebel? Sepertinya kamu ketiduran sampai sekarang. Kamu pun mendengar suara bel. Kayaknya ada seseorang yang ada di pintu. Siapa? Oh, Yosuke.
Teddie's missing.
Teddie menghilang, beneran menghilang berarti.
I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
Gue udah cari di sekitar, tapi gak bisa nemukan dia. I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately.
Ya, mungkin karena kata-kata lu juga sih waktu itu si Yosuke, tapi gue yakin bukan itu sih.
Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side.
Oke.
We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
Yes. Kemana Teddie katanya? Tapi walaupun itu kamu mencari dia. Oke, semuanya kumpul di sini.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
Kita gak bisa nemu dia katanya.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings.
Oke.
I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
No, you are doing your best. I say it's okay.
That Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
Betul. Kamu pun mengingat mimpi misterius yang kamu alami semalam. Mungkin ini adalah waktu untuk untuk contemplation itu apa ya? Lebih ya itulah pokoknya ya. Tapi pokoknya ini adalah waktu untuk contemplation daripada action. Tapi itulah yang Igor katakan. Tapi ya, gue yakin dia bakal balik kok.
Yeah, we'll just have to believe in him for now.
Betul.
He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddie myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case.
Betul.
It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
Betul.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Apa tuh? Ada notif sebelah kiri ya, biarin aja.
Let's quickly review the facts.
Okay.
Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer and Saki-san.
Dari semua korban, hanya 2 yang terbunuh. Miss Yamano, yaitu si announcernya, dan juga Saki senpai, Saki Konishi di sini.
From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them.
Dari dokumen yang kita temukan di mobil, maksudnya truk yang waktu itu kecelakaan ya teman-teman, yang buku itu, kita tahu kalau Namatame memang pernah bertemu dengan mereka.
After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted.
Dan setelah itu ada banyak yang ingin dibunuh, yaitu kita semua di sini. Maksudnya si Naoto, Yukiko, Kanji, sama Aris ya.
It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
Ketika dia menculik Nanako lah kita bisa ngeciduk dia katanya. Dan akhirnya mengetahui proses penculikannya katanya.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
Betul.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Dan sebagai hasilnya, Namatame pun ditangkap dan polisi mengakui kalau Mitsuo hanyalah pembunuh ikut-ikutan gitu loh, copycat. Ya walaupun itu tetap membunuh juga gitu loh.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer?
Nah, itu.
That's what's bothering me.
Itu yang menggangguku.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Betul.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean?
Nah, itu yang gua gak tahu.
I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Itu juga gue yakin benar. Tapi, nah ini yang kita gak tahu. Saving menurut dia tuh apa? Itu yang harus kita tahu, teman-teman.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
Nah itu.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself.
Actually itu Kanji have a point. Tapi kayaknya ada sesuatu yang kita gak ngerti dari dia.
Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyway.
Betul.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Nah, itu benar. Yang pas kita pertama kali ketemu Namatame yang di Heaven, di tempat Dungeon Nanako, dia bilang katanya ke Yukiko, Luise, Kanji sama Naoto, itu kamulah yang gua selamatkan kan. Nah, itu juga yang mengganggu sebenarnya.
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
Nah, itu.
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
Itu logikanya gitu.
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense.
Iya, kalau nggak mungkin. Kalau misalkan mereka mati, nggak mungkin. Kalau misalkan mereka masih hidup, nggak mungkin dia ngomong begitu. Gitu lah istilahnya.
And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Iya, betul.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV.
Nah, itu mungkin sih, benar juga.
Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
Tapi itu benar loh, Ci.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right?
Nah, itu yang kita nggak tahu.
Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
Kemungkinan pelaku di samping Namatame. Apakah ada sesuatu yang bisa membuktikan posibilitas ini? Kalian tahu apa? Warning letter ini.
Warning letter? Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
Betul, karena gini. Pertanyaan gua satu, kalau memang Namatame memang mengirim surat-surat itu, ada dua hal yang gak make sense di situ.
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it.
Nah, itu yang kita gak tahu.
Let's review them.
Kamu mengingat kalau warning letter pertama adalah jangan menyelamatkan lagi. Dan yang kedua kali ini adalah kalau kamu nggak berhenti, seseorang terdekat akan ditaruh dan dibunuh.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like "don't rescue" or "kill"?
Nah itu.
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like "I'll put in and kill"?
Nah, benar kata Kanji.
Hey, could this mean?
Berarti ada orang lain. Iya, Namatame bukan yang menulis.
Yeah.
Namatame bukan yang nulis.
It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
Harusnya begini sih teman-teman. Gua nggak tahu. Tapi zaman ini belum ada ini kali ya, belum ada sidik jari kali ya. Tapi kalau ada, harusnya ada lah ya. Tapi mungkin dia nulisnya pakai sarung tangan kali ya, biar nggak itu kali ya.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right?
Nah, itu yang kita nggak tahu.
If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
Betul, ada culprit satu lagi.
So, Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Kemungkinan begitu.
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died.
Nah,
If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV.
iya tapi dia masih menggunakan. Nah itu loh pertanyaan gua.
It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
Kemungkinan besar begitu.
We can't say for
Tapi ya kita
certain
nggak tahu
yet.
juga. Kita harus dengar dari perspektif dia dulu.
We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
Nah, oke, naik kalau saya judgment-nya. Wah, ini pokoknya cara mereka nge-solve case ini keren banget sih teman-teman. The Seeker of Truth.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
Nah ini ya kita nggak tahu gimana caranya.
I have a plan,
Gue punya rencana.
but there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the
Tapi
hospital.
kita nggak punya waktu banyak. Ayo kita langsung ke rumah sakit.
Hey, this place is off limits.
Nih tempat nggak boleh kalian lewatin.
I'm a consultant with the police.
Gua adalah konsultasi dengan polisi nih.
I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
Gua pengen ngomong sama Namatame. Boleh nggak kita masuk? Gua masuk.
This is Unit 252 requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see.
Oke.
Well, you're on the list.
Ya, lu ada di list ya sih.
I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes.
Gua bisa kasih lu beberapa menit, tapi gua harus ngerekam conversation lu karena untuk keamanan katanya.
Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
Tapi ya gua yakin kalian nggak akan nemukan apa-apa sih. Dia ngomong hal-hal yang nggak make sense dari tadi sih.
I'd like him to accompany me as well.
Ya, dan gua pengen dia yang nemenin gua kali ini.
He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Betul, gua adalah keponakan.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't in...
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too.
Oke.
This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
Ada sesuatu?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Well then, this works. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over now. A disturbance in a hospital lobby after all.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Oke.
Understood. Please be careful.
Oke.
I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Gua tahu mereka kekurangan orang, tapi gua gak expect bakal semulus ini sih.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Oke, kita ngomong sekarang sama Namatame.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you.
Ya, dia masih ketakutan sih.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are.
Betul.
But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Betul. Coba jawab pertanyaan kita deh. Seperti dia mengerti apa yang kamu katakan. Apa yang akan kamu tanyakan? Siapa yang kamu taruh pertama kali?
Huh? Me?
Dan dia nunjukin Yukiko. Oke. Itu menjelaskan satu hal. Apakah kamu membunuh 2 orang yang sebelumnya? Enggak. Oke.
They were killed.
Mereka dibunuh.
I couldn't save them.
Gua nggak bisa menyelamatkan mereka. Apakah membunuh artinya membunuh? Apakah menyelamatkan artinya membunuh orang?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed.
Oke.
That's why I put them in there.
Oke.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi.
Betul.
You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel.
Itu teorinya Naoto benar tuh.
It all falls into
Betul,
place.
semuanya nyambung sekarang.
His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Oke.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first 2 victims?
Betul.
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Oke. Apa yang akan kamu tanyakan? Siapa yang kamu bunuh? Siapa yang membunuh 2 orang pertama?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Gua nggak tahu. Gua juga pengen tahu. Oke. Apa yang akan kamu tanyakan? Kenapa lu ngirim surat peringatan?
What are you talking about?
Nah, dia nggak tahu. Oke. Kenapa kamu masuk ke TV?
I didn't know.
Gua nggak tahu.
I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Gua nggak pernah tahu kalau itu adalah tempat yang seperti itu. Di dalamnya tempat yang seperti
As
itu.
I thought.
Oke.
You believe me?
Yap, kita percaya sama lu.
Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
Enggak, bukan.
My...
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you.
Betul. Kalau gitu jawab pertanyaan kita deh.
We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Oke.
Only...
We did blame you for everything at first, but now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
Betul.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
Yap, kita mau. Karena cuman satu-satunya kita doang yang bisa ngerti apa yang lu maksud di sini. Karena yang lainnya gak akan ngerti.
Alright.
Oke. Dia akan menceritakan semuanya apa yang terjadi, teman-teman.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge.
Setelah berita mengenai Mayumi jadi pusat perhatian orang-orang,
I returned to my parents' home as if to run away from the scandal.
gua kembali ke rumah orang tuaku. Lebih tepatnya gua lari dari skandal itu.
And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties.
Dan gua pun minum-minum di situ sampai gua menurunkan stres gua di sini.
I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either.
Gua nggak bisa nge-reach Mayumi sama sekali dan itu tidak menolong sama sekali.
Mayumi, where are you?
Oke.
She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows and forced to resign from the program she was on.
Dia pun tidak dihargai pada saat show tadi sore katanya, dan terpaksa harus mundur dan dari program yang dia jalani.
I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that.
Gua menyebabkan banyak masalah untuk dia. Gua pengen minta maaf sama dia, tapi gua gak bisa katanya.
I lost the will and energy to do anything.
Gua kehilangan keinginan dan energi untuk melakukan apapun.
Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me.
Lalu suatu hari ada rumor yang kudengar kemarin katanya.
Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection.
Karena gua gabut katanya, gua pun duduk ngelihat TV yang hitam aja di situ dan ngelihat refleksi diri gua sendiri.
And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi.
Dan tiba-tiba di situ ada Mayumi.
Mayumi? Is that you?
Nah, lo.
The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help.
Mayumi yang ada dalam TV terlihat seperti dia meminta pertolongan dariku.
Mayumi? Mayumi!
Nah, lo.
When I reached out, unthinkingly to touch her.
Dan ketika gua langsung ke TV itu,
my arm disappeared into the TV.
Ketika gua menyentuh TV itu,
as if I had dipped it into a pool of water.
Tangan gua tiba-tiba menghilang ke TV katanya. Kayak gua tuh masuk ke kolam katanya, kolam penuh air.
I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
Oke.
I was so scared. I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane.
Gua pun ketakutan di situ. Gua gak bisa mengerti apa yang terjadi. Jadi gua pikir gue gila di situ.
In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work.
Dan pada akhirnya gua pun mikir ini kayak mimpi. Dan gua pun balik ke kota gua pun balik ke kota besok ya, dan setelah gua kerja.
The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot. As I expected.
Dan ketika gua pekerja ke sana, gua pun dipecat di sana seperti yang gua duga.
That wasn't what broke me though.
Tapi bukan itu yang ngebuat gua stres katanya.
It was Mayumi being found dead.
Itu adalah ketika Mayumi ditemukan mati.
Just that, but it had happened in my hometown.
Dan bukan cuma itu aja, itu terjadi di kampung halamanku katanya. Oke.
I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night.
Gua pun terduduk dan bingung di situ. Pokoknya stres lah. Tapi kemudian gua mengingat gambar Mayumi yang gua lihat tadi malam.
Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi?
Apakah itu bukan mimpi? Apakah itu cuma peringatan dari Mayumi?
I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again.
Gue pun tidak menyentuh TV lagi karena setelah pertama kali itu sangat menakutkan. Tapi akhirnya gue nyoba lagi.
I confirmed that none of it was a dream.
Dan gue mengkonfirmasi kalau itu bukan mimpi.
So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help?
Nah, itu.
That's how I felt.
Itulah yang gue rasakan katanya.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
Betul.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program.
Gue mengingat ketika Mayumi masih hidup, dia mengetahui mempelajari rumor mengenai program TV yang aneh.
I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend.
Gue juga mendengarnya sebelumnya, tapi gue kira itu cuma mitos doang.
Then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead.
Tapi pada akhirnya Mayumi muncul, dan nantinya besoknya dia mati.
The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated.
Dan ketika gue pikir-pikir lagi, rada susah untuk percaya kalau dua event sebelumnya gak ada hubungannya.
Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions.
Nah, kalau kalian ingat kan, dia kan udah nanya mengenai testimoni mengenai apa yang diituin namatame, dan mereka bilang testimoninya, alibinya itu solid, gak ada yang aneh gitu
I
katanya.
lost my job and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself.
Gue kehilangan kerjaan gue dan gue pengen tahu kebenaran dari kematian Mayumi.
Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the midnight channel. It was a girl.
Dan itu Saki harus ya.
She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi.
Oke.
The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
Betul.
And that was Saki-senpai.
Nah,
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body.
gue pun ngikutin mengenai berita mengenai Mayumi, dan gue tahu di situ kalau dialah yang menemukan badannya
If
Mayumi.
my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did.
Kalau perkiraan gue benar, dia bakal jadi korban selanjutnya, dan gue nggak mau dia mati seperti Mayumi
So I
katanya.
desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her.
Dan gue pun tetap menonton, dan akhirnya gue mempunyai ide untuk nyelamatin dia.
Little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
Oke,
It became sharper?
menjadi lebih tajam ya, berarti sama kayak yang ini.
How did you find out it was her?
Gimana caranya lu tahu kalau itu dia?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits and gave me a job with the family business.
Oke, setelah gua balik, ayahku kasihan ngelihat gua karena gua lagi patah semangat, dan akhirnya ngasih pekerjaan di bisnis
I
keluarganya.
met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
Dan gua pun ketemu dia ketika gua ngirim paket ke tokonya. Nah, ini ceritanya di sini. Ya bingung lah harusnya
After
Sakinya.
agonizing over it, I decided to meet her and told her to be careful.
Ya bingung lah Sakinya di situ.
But that same night, on the TV,
Oke. Nah,
she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain.
oke.
That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the
Ya
phone?
berarti dia udah di dunia TV waktu itu.
Come on, please. The next day, they found her dead.
Betul. Berarti itu pada saat ini teman-teman,
But I couldn't save her.
dia ditemukan berarti dia tuh udah dimasukin ketika kita baru pertama kali masuk TV tuh, yang di part kedua kalau nggak salah. Ya, yang ada di part 2, ya benar. Kita kan di part 2 pertama kali masuk TV teman-teman. Nah, berarti dia udah ada di sana ketika kita pertama kali masuk ke dunia TV teman-teman.
I blame myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done.
Oke.
There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work. Not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was.
Pantas dia pengen selingkuh karena dia melihat Mayumi itu cinta sebenarnya, sedangkan si Misuzunya sendiri, istri aslinya dia, itu gak peduli sama dia sama sekali gitu loh.
But she was murdered. And the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
Oke.
You really did love Missy.
Yes. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
Ketika gua menikah, istri gua itu membuat bisnis besar katanya. Gua pun senang dengannya, tapi itulah yang membuat hubungan gua sama dia itu menjadi terputus gitu loh.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election.
Oke.
She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life.
Oke.
Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV.
Dan itu pasti Yukiko yang muncul.
That was you.
Nah kan? Nah kan, benar kan si Yukiko kan?
She'll be kidnapped next. And murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something.
Oke.
My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity.
Oke.
I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that.
Nah, disitulah dia berpikiran untuk masukin si Yukiko untuk ke dunia TV. Gue yakin begitu sih.
I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then?
Oke.
The girl inside the TV looked as if she... And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side.
Nah, kan benar kan apa kata gue kan?
Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her?
Nah, disitulah salah dia, teman-teman. Dia berpikir begitu awalnya.
What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me, and I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered.
Tapi dia nggak pernah meriksa di dalam dunia TV itu apa gitu guys.
Once things calm down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her.
Tapi dia, pertanyaan gua satu sih, kalau memang dia yang memang naro di dalam TV itu, terus pada saat apa? Terus kok masa dia nggak bingung kenapa tiba-tiba dia udah ada di luar dunia TV gitu loh maksud gua tuh. Tapi ya udah lah ya.
It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate?
Dia berpikiran.
Was it my mission to save?
Pantas dia bilang untuk saving gitu loh istilahnya, menyelamatkan.
That was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably.
Okay.
It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
Oke. Sekarang gua ngerti sekarang. Berarti memang bukan dia pembunuhnya, teman-teman.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
Tar, Cie, jangan marah dulu.
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me.
Bentar. Gua menelpon polisi, tapi mereka nggak percaya pada gua.
I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion.
Tapi ada benar tadi kata Cie, ketika dia si Yukiko selamat, kok masa dia gak bingung gitu, kok dia bisa ada di luar, gak gua keluarin gitu istilahnya.
I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it.
Okay.
But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
Betul.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril.
Mulai dari Yukiko, orang-orang yang kamu pikir kamu selamatkan di sana, itu justru dalam bahaya di sana.
It was my friends here who really saved us all.
Teman-teman kita lah yang ada di sini untuk menyelamatkannya.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
Betul, harusnya begitu.
The police were after me, so I had to get away.
Jadi dia gak ada jalan lain selain masuk ke dunia TV kan, pasti begitu.
But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save. That's why I went in after. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined.
Nah, disitulah dia baru pertama kali ngeliat dunia TV.
Place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was.
Nah, itu yang gua bilang tadi.
I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
No. That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
Betul.
See us? Wait, Are you talking about the concert we did at Junes?
Hah? Oh iya, ya benar teman-teman. Kalau kalian ingat, ketika kita konser di Junes, itu kan ada satu orang tuh yang ada di situ. Itu namatame ya. Dan itu by the way baru teman-teman. Ini percakapan ini gak ada teman-teman. Ini di Persona 4 yang biasa gak ada, karena di Persona 4 Golden itu pertama kali ya di situ, gitu teman-teman.
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself.
Okay.
I thought I was going insane, and you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool.
Ya udahlah, udah terjadi kok.
I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left, I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary. And I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I'm to blame for...
Well, apa yang sudah terjadi, terjadilah.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that.
Betul.
I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared.
Tapi harusnya gini sih. Memang benar dia yang ngeculik Nanako dan juga segala macam. Tapi harusnya dia bisa bebas dengan cepat lah, karena yang ngebunuh 2 orang dari di awal kan bukan dia. Dia cuma ngeculik, tapi mereka juga gak ada bukti kalau dia nyulik gitu lah istilahnya teman-teman. Jadi harusnya dia bisa bebas dengan cepat dong, harusnya begitu. Harusnya ya, tapi kita lihat aja nanti.
Kidnapping is already a serious crime.
Nah betul itu. Tapi kan polisi juga kan gak ada bukti untuk dia nangkep orang begitu loh.
I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly.
Itu betul kata Naruto.
We must apologize. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
Betul.
The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a... I'm sorry.
Aduh.
What are you all crammed in here?
Ketahuan sama polisi.
My apologies. We'll be...
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that.
Well, don't worry.
It's all clear now. He never committed. It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
Betul. Kamu pun mengetahui kebenaran yang selanjutnya, oke? Tapi itu menjelaskan banyak hal sebenarnya teman-teman, karena di sini kita mengetahui kalau namatame itu bukan pembunuh 2 orang pertama itu, teman-teman. Tapi sebenarnya ada satu misteri yang kita nggak tahu, bahwasannya bagaimana caranya si Mitsuo alias si buduk itu ada di dalam TV. Nah itu yang kita nggak tahu. Mungkin kita bakal tahu sih nantinya. Tapi kalau misalkan kita cerita kalau namatame gak ada begitu, berarti namatame ini dong, apa namanya, gak ada masukin dia sama sekali, berarti gak ada nyulik dia sama sekali, karena dia gak ada cerita mengenai itu gitu teman-teman. Tapi kalau nggak salah dia juga pernah cerita kalau si Mitsuo itu sendiri udah ke kantor polisi ya, gak tau deh. Kita lihat aja deh.
Now get out of here.
Iya.
I told you, he's almost ready to be. Sheesh. I better not see you rascal.
Iya. Kita keluar deh,
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddie, right? He was so worried about her.
Betul.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find...
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
Oke.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
Nah, itu yang kita nggak tahu. Harusnya jejaknya udah dingin
I
banget.
know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on.
Oke.
And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it.
Oke.
Let's split up and talk to people all over town.
Nah, ini kita bakal investigasi keliling-keliling lagi kayak dulu kita Naruto. Tapi ini harusnya nggak gitu lama teman-teman, karena kalau Naruto dulu kan harus sampai besok ya ini 1 hari aja. Kalau nggak salah begitu.
To discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddie too.
Betul. Oke. Besoknya kamu bakal pergi untuk ngomong sama orang-orang di kota. Apakah ini bakal menolongmu untuk mengetahui informasi yang akan menunjukkan kamu ke pelaku sebenarnya? Kamu pun pergi ke rumah lebih cepat hari ini dan istirahat. Oke, teman-teman. Jadi, kita hentikan dulu part kali ini, teman-teman. Jadi, intinya di part kali ini adalah kita mengetahui kalau pembunuh sebenarnya itu bukan Namatame. Aduh, sampai batuk. Tapi di samping itu kita juga mengetahui kalau ternyata ya walaupun yang Namatame juga lakukan itu salah, dimana dia nyulik si Yukiko, nyulik Kanji, Rise sama Naoto itu termasuk Nanako juga, dia salah karena dia melakukan penculikan, dan penculikannya itu udah kriminal yang serius by the way. Dan ya di sini kita mengetahui kalau sebenarnya Namatame itu bukanlah yang membunuh 2 orang pertama itu, yaitu si Mayumi Yamano alias si announcer ya, dan si Saki Konishi, teman-teman. Begitu. Jadi yuk kita hentikan dulu part kali ini sampai sini, teman-teman. Dan ya, it's been a long way, dan di part selanjutnya kita bakal menemukan siapa pelaku sebenarnya, teman-teman. Jadi yuk. Aduh, sampai batuk. Kita sudahi dulu post kalian sampai sini, teman-teman. Kalau kalian suka video ini, jangan lupa like video ini, jangan lupa subscribe saya, dan jangan lupa share teman kalian kalau saya ada video baru untuk kalian. Oke, sampai sini video kita kali ini. Dan itu aja, goodbye. Bro.